Got you on loop inside my head. Ooh, that love is all I'm thinking about. Got you on loop inside my head. It's the only thing I care about. La 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 la. La 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 la. All day, all night, I'm beside you, hold me down.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Betting News Network. Excited to have you guys with us to finish off your Tuesday afternoon and send you off into the Tuesday evening. This is your afternoon bet espresso. That's PJ Glasser. That's Sauce Man, Mr. B Sauce. My name's SPJ. Excited to have you guys with us. To kick off your Tuesday evening, we got Beast McNeese down below, pressing the ones and twos. Welcome to the network, brought to you by our sponsors at OnlineCasinoGames.com. Go play blackjack with Bizney. I've been telling you guys, get involved with chips. BNX20, the promo code, get $20 of free chips dropped into your account. And today you actually might need it because we've only got baseball to bet, boys. Only some baseball, only MLB. Kathy Engelbert shit the bed once again. 0 WNBA games today, 6 tomorrow. Don't know what we're doing. But we're going to have some fun with you guys, dive into the baseball slate, give some plays, and then we'll spend the rest of the show talking NFL. What could go wrong?
If there was ever a day that I was going to get on the blackjack table with Disney, today feels like that day. You know what I mean? Like that World Cup high is kind of finally worn off. No WNBA today for some stupid reason. And it's just,
I don't get it.
I mean, just in the diamond. Come on. But NFL's right here. We got win totals from Shaggy this morning, too. He's already talking college football. That's a lot. That's very exciting. PJ, how about you? How you feeling?
Feeling good, boys. Like you, we're having some withdrawals here. When the Open Championship ends, that for me is kind of the time on the calendar when it starts to get like, okay, I could use a football game right now, even if it's just Cardinals, even if it's just Cardinals and Colts. Give me anything, yeah, scratch the itch, whatever you can give me. But it'll come before. I mean, we got the Hall of Fame game August 6th, like you said, college football. Can't wait for that. And it's fun getting to preview this stuff. So even though there's not a lot going on live, definitely we're getting to that point where we can really start diving in and previewing these teams.
50 days, boys. 50 days until kickoff. As you said, the Hall of Fame game right around the corner. And as Kev said, shout out Kev in the chat, training camp. So training camp starts for a couple of these teams tomorrow. You just talked about the Cardinals and the Panthers both start their training camps tomorrow. Patriots, Seahawks, Super Bowl contenders, or Super Bowl 60 teams that played start on the 24th. Rams and Niners in the 25th, and then the rest of the entire NFL on the 28th later next week as well. So training camps starting. Football's in the air, as you said, PJ. That itch will get scratched very soon. But yeah, 50 days, boys. We're gonna start seeing. I saw a really funny tweet. Somebody saying like it was about Debo. And it was a picture of him working out, and the picture said, Debo Samuels is in the best shape of his life. And the retweet was like, "Oh, we're at the best shape of its lifetime of the year." Yeah, we are. We're at that point, as you mentioned.
Didn't Debo tweet something that Acho too today? He's pissed off about or some comments that were probably made in that on that podcast that they do. Did you guys see that?
Probably. I just wished Emmanuel Acho would go far away from any microphone. But they tried to get him off the air, but he just decided to start his own
he can afford his own microphone. But
I know, and he does have a massive platform and says nefarious stuff. On that note, today ESPN came out and did another round of firings. As you guys can see on scrolling at the bottom, Cam Newton, Ryan Clark, big names, Jack Ravitch, Tom Pelissero, who was just from the NFL Network, now came over to ESPN. Charles Davis, which I love Charles Davis. I love CD. Stefania Bell, obviously known for her fantasy analysis and a lot of the stuff that she does with her injury reports. David Lloyd, who's a host, and then Andreas Hale are the names that have come out so far that are not going to be with ESPN anymore in their round of cuts for a multi-billion-dollar organization. Makes a bunch of sense. We don't really have to talk about it unless you guys have thoughts. I think it's strange. I mean, I understand the Ryan Clark thing. I just have never been a big Ryan Clark fan, even with the kind of stuff that he's kind of chosen to have a stance on either way. I didn't think that he was actually an incredible analyst anyway. Charles Davis is shocking. Charles Davis, Tom Pelissero, and the guy who hosted Baseball Tonight for years.
Oh yeah,
and years
Carl
and years.
Ravitch.
Carl Ravitch, yeah. Those three are the biggest to me of like, what are we doing here?
The Ravitch was the stunner for he just called the Phillies-Dodgers game last night on ESPN.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what's and I understand Ryan Clark was doing NFL Live and then he got canned too, but it's just crazy how they are wasting no time. But yeah, Ravitch is big, man. He's the top guy for SEC basketball. He's the top guy for college baseball. But look, we all know Stephen A. and Pat McAfee, they are pushing all the chips into those two. It almost feels like the NBA, ESPN's turned into an NBA team where they've given the Supermax to two guys, and now they got to go, paying the vets the minimum. So that's kind of
that's the problem.
Yeah.
There's no Supermax. We need a salary cap to go across all of these fucking networks because this is insane. It feels like it's becoming a little bit of a regular occurrence, the round of layoffs this year, right? We saw it last year as well. A ton of names that kind of saw that. Like, I don't understand what's going on, right? And we're pushing all our chips in two directions that I think maybe I live in a bubble. Not a lot of people are trying to watch. Obviously, a ton of this programming to me feels like it's just waiting rooms at both hospitals and fucking like dentists' clinics. I don't know. I loved a lot of these guys as analysts. Ryan Clark, maybe not so much. Some of the condescending things he did say to some of the his co-hosts at different times. Those clips were doing the rounds again. Not great, but I mean, it's always a tough day when you lose your job, and I really hope this is not a regular thing that ESPN starts to do every single summer as we're deep into the off season.
I just, as you said, putting all your eggs in. Basically, I mean, they have a lot of other people on staff, so it's not like there's just the Stephen A. and Pat McAfee shows now. But like, you're paying these guys now a large portion of your pie, and it just goes to show you that and we all fall victim to this. Like, they are really leaning into the clickbait environment of media. Like, that's just the way that they're trying to go in. And I still don't really understand when a lot of sports fans. We talk about this on the network a lot. We talk about this probably with people that follow us, our friends that like sports. Like, you want to talk ball. You just want to talk about the games and talk about, obviously we want to talk about the stuff going on within the sports and we want to talk about all those types of things happening, but you want to talk ball. And like the fact that you're getting rid of the ball knowers that, not the pretend ball knowers or the ones that talk the loudest, just goes to show the priorities and also the people making the decisions that may not actually really truly have a feel the pulse of what people are actually wanting to hear,
I thought it was insane for Stephen A. to go on fucking YouTube and talk about this Ryan Clark situation and then kind of just make it seem like there's nothing he could do about it. Like, oh my God, no, nothing I could do about it. Like, his inflated contract has absolutely, I'm not saying 100% of the blame goes to Stephen A., but to just get up there on YouTube and be like, I wish I had more power at ESPN. I wish I was more powerful. You are doing walkouts during NBA playoff games, sir. Can we drop the act? You are the highest paid star. I don't know. You definitely, if you really wanted Clark to stick around, it's the same thing that every single NBA analyst will say anytime a superstar duo or trio is split up. If X didn't want Y to leave, all he had to do was say so. It's the same thing here, Stephen A. If you wanted your boy to stay as the superstar at ESPN, why is he not there anymore? I don't know. Corny.
Yeah. I think it's also a reminder for all of you guys, as we have talked about this part of sports media. This has happened quite a few times. We've also been live on this network for 3.5 years now, so almost our 4-year anniversary soon, Chad. There's always the opportunity for you to divide your attention other places. Obviously, ESPN is always going to get the chatter just because it's quote unquote the biggest sports network in the United States. But like, you can diversify where you watch, and the best way to show that you don't care about that is to not watch or not pay attention to it. Obviously, we're going to comment on it because it's a part of what we do, but you can always go watch in various other places. You can watch lots of different content, watch small creators, watch smaller networks like ours, watch, Fox Sports, watch all these other ones. That's what I'm saying, Kev. I'm going to talk to Stefania Bell, man. She's got a place right over here. I'd love to work with Stefania Bell. But yeah, it's just part of I know it's the business. It is what it is, right? But this is a good reminder for all of you guys as we get closer to football season. Obviously, we love that you tune in here, but there's a lot of great content out there, and a lot of it's not on network television anymore. So, yeah, exactly. B. Gerald, I just want to. Why are you asking me this question? I don't understand. Is it because I'm wearing a basketball jersey and a football hat?
No. He asked this in the group chat the other day. He's like, if you were athletic, what sport would you play? And me and Sook both got very offended by the fucking. What do you mean? Or if you were athletic, right? Like we were not. Now he's asking you.
I feel personally victimized too a little bit.
100%. As did we. Sook says it took all his energy to not respond. I myself could not hold back. I was like,
I'll throw it back to you guys in chat. You can answer this question. If all of the other shit out of the way, if you just could choose right now, which professional sport would you want to play? Like, would you want to be a professional athlete?
That's how you ask that question, Gerald. That's how you ask that question.
Well, Gerald's a troll. He's trying to troll you, so I get it. But if again, all athleticisms aside, if you had the choice right now that you're getting dropped on a starting lineup on the Knicks, you're getting dropped in the starting lineup on the Pats, you're getting dropped on a starting lineup on the Yankees, you're getting dropped on a starting lineup on, the Sabres, or soccer, I don't know. Which league are you guys going to play in right now?
Put me in the NBA, man. I heard Kuminga's asking for $20 million, so I don't know.
Yeah, for a team sport, it would be NBA as well. For any sport, if we're just opening it up, it would be golf, 1,000%. Sure. Oh, man. Get to travel the world, play forever, non-contact. They maybe have the hottest wives. It's just like they check all the boxes. Dude, they have so many of these guys are butt ugly, and their wives are ridiculous. So it would be golf. I mean, just look at Ryan Fox, right? Guy was absolutely a no-name to casual sports fans. He's 39 years old. He's just kind of scraping by, takes one tournament. You make $3 million, and now you're set for life. You get to play all the best courses around the world. So it just takes one shot. As for the, all these other sports, you really kind of have to be consistent with it for the most part. So golf has always been my answer.
I think we can all agree that golf is probably the answer. But if I'm choosing a team sport, I think I'd probably go NBA too. I love the NFL and I love football, but just like, I don't want to go, as George Kittle always talks about it in his interviews, when he talks about like every single week, you're basically going into a live car crash every Sunday. And like, that doesn't sound fun, like I'd rather go like NBA. Yeah, you can get hurt and like, there's not as great things as well in the NBA, but like, yeah, give me that. I'd rather that. Also, the NBA money goes crazy.
The NBA money was fucking crazy, man. Like I said, Jonathan Kuminga asked for $20 million.
He's probably gonna get it too.
Oh, maybe only the Lakers have that much though, because apparently that's where he might head. We'll see.
Oh, Lakers living rent free in V's head. I love to see it. All the time. All right, back to some news. That's the obviously the NFL chatter. We'll get into some NFL conversations a bit later, as we will do dubs or L's, and we will be doing some blind rankings, maybe of some wide receivers today. We'll see. Yes, tomorrow, this end of this week on Friday, the 3-point competition in the WNBA streets will be happening, as it is the All-Star weekend. Tune into the Stud Buds if not for anything else. But these are the 6 ladies who are going to be competing in the 3-point competition. I might be sprinkling on Marina Maybury, maybe. We'll see. But that should be fun there as well. Other news today in the SEC Media Day situations, the Kentucky head coach had some interesting comments to say today. New head coach, and he put it all on the table, PJ. You want to talk about what this man had to say for himself today?
Yeah, so Will Stein comes over from Oregon. He's the offensive coordinator, and they just point blank ask him, like, why are you the guy to get Kentucky back to relevancy? And he's like, because I'm coaching them. It's me. And I'm like, I love that. I love the confidence, love the arrogance. Like you gotta have some of that if you're gonna be successful. I don't expect that to happen in year one because it's a total overhaul of the roster. Their schedule is brutal. But I think Stein is going to be pretty good. I mean, when he was at Oregon, what he did with those quarterbacks, like remember what Dante Moore was at UCLA, goes to Oregon, was great. Bo Nix, started at Auburn, and then he was kind of a journeyman in his college football career, ends up at Oregon, and was great under Will Stein as well. So Stein has proven that he's got a great track record with quarterbacks, and I agree. I think Kentucky's got a good coach. The problem for him is that, he's in the SEC, and just about all these teams got money and they got the brands. How many of these 5-stars are saying like, I want to go play football at Kentucky, right? If you get recruited by Bama, Georgia, LSU, and Kentucky, like that's a tough battle to win. So he's got to do, the Signetti thing, or he's got to do like you got to make it work with the guys that you bring in, work your way up, start to win. People will pay attention. But I really like that quote from Will Stein.
Yeah, what's he going to say? Besides, hey, we're going to win because I'm here and we're going to win. That's how it's going to go.
Yeah,
I like when guys do that, but then you know what you got to do?
Back it up.
You got to win.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
like PJ said, you got to pull a Signetti. If you're going to come in with this kind of confidence, you really have to meet those. And obviously, year one, it's going to be a tough sell. But maybe we're looking back on this clip 4 or 5 years from now, right before a national title game. Who knows? Because that might be a lot, but.
Guys, what's still wild about like getting ready for the college football season? I go through these Big Ten schedules and my brain still hasn't calibrated to like Indiana being a tough game. You know what I mean? I look at these schedules and I'm like, oh man, they got to go at Ohio State. They got to play Oregon at home. They get Indiana. And I'm like, oh shit, like they got to go at Indiana. They're not winning that. You know what I mean? Like it's just, it's still crazy to look at Indiana football and be like, oh, that's like one of the toughest games in the country to go on the road and win there. So it's unbelievable what he's done in 2 years there.
PJ, real quick, what are your thoughts? Like, I don't know, maybe this is something that happens every summer, but these whole SEC conversations about the SEC separating, and I feel like come around for a couple of weeks during the off season, and like the really doggiest of dog days, like right before, we're a month out from college football. Why is that going on? What are your thoughts on this? Like, do you think they could? What would be the point of separating and making your own conference? Or I guess your own league?
The SEC has always just felt like they're better than everybody else. And the track record in football is really good. But the problem is the Big Ten keeps winning the national championship, right? And then because of NIL, all these, teams are forming in these other conferences. I don't think it's going to happen. But you're right. It keeps picking up steam. We keep having this conversation. It feels like at this point in the year, like the last 4 or 5 years, I guess in this day and age in college football, nothing can surprise you anymore, right? With all the moving and like maybe this does end up happening. I can't see it being a thing. So I don't think so.
Yeah. And somebody pointed out too, like if you look at the teams involved, I think it was the last 3 or 4 national titles. If you remove the SEC completely, nothing changes. Nothing changes for the 2 teams that make it there or the guy. Like it's just, they are good up until we get to these college football playoffs. And it's been a kind of thing since NIL, since all of these things have been a little bit more, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just me being on the outside. I have no idea what's going on the inside, but it does feel like it's leveled the playing field. Like Kev says, anything is possible.
I think it's really interesting the point you brought up originally of like that you still in your brain just calibrated that team being bad. I think we do that in all sports though. Like in the NFL, like when teams have a couple good seasons and are good, and then like you remember them being like, for example, watch like the Browns be good next year. Sure. And like then the Browns, then they have like a great season. They go to the playoffs maybe. And then the following year, you're like, but yeah, the dog shit Browns are going. You're like, oh no, wait a minute, dog pound might be not as easy of a task,
The Wizards are on that trajectory right now. They're gonna be that team to flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope so. In my mind, they've always been somewhat good in my mind, but not everybody else's. But players too, SPJ. Like I feel like Sam Darnold's the perfect case of that, right? Like we all think of Darnold as that Jets quarterback that was so bad, and it's just like nobody had faith that he would win a Super Bowl, and he did it. And even coming into this year, like, is he a top 10 quarterback? Like, probably could certainly make that argument, but a lot of people don't put him in the top 10 because you still see those Jets days and those games when he was so bad. So it's a good point.
It was last season, even when they were having their games where he had, some bad turnovers and everyone was like, oh, here we go. Sam Darnold's turning into a pumpkin. The clock's going to strike 12. Narratives only change, I would say, when you win championships, but when you do it for a consistent period enough to where people go, you know what, the page has been turned now. And because I'm with you, man, and I mean, we've kind of talked about this in various stretches. We are going to do the Seahawks maybe tomorrow. Chat, we're doing a new thing. It's called Dubs or L's. We're going to go through every single NFL team on BetSpresso for the next 32 days. We're going to go every single schedule. We're going to go through and give you our wins and loss projections for each team and see if we would take the over or the under on their win totals. Today, I'm not going to tell you who we're doing, but we're getting there at the end of the show, so stick around. But I think we're doing the Seahawks a little bit later. And I already did it with Adam on any given wager. I'm interested when we do it on BetSpresso. But, like, I just don't think this team is going to, not necessarily because I don't believe in Darnold, but I don't think this team's going to win 11, 12 games again. Their schedule stuff, I don't know. As you said, who knows what Darnold's going to do after all the success he had last year. They lost Kenneth Walker. I'm a little worried about what we're going to see from the Seahawks this year. We'll find out.
I kind of agree with that. And can I just make a request with what's going on? More than I want to be here for the Packers schedule, I want to be here for the Bears schedule. Can I please be here for the Bears schedule? Let me please be here for the Bears schedule. Please let me be here for the Bears schedule.
I'll send you the Excel that Beast made, and you can make sure that you're available on those days. Yeah. So we're doing Dubs or L's. We are going to do some blind rankings to talk football at the end of the show. Good day for it today with only baseball to bet specifically. But let's get to some betting. Let's talk baseball, get through the MLB plays that we all like. We'll cook our parlay, the BetSpresso, maybe 3, but maybe 4 today. We'll see. Cook the parlay, and then we'll spend the rest of the show talking some football. Who wants to go first for the baseball plays?
I can hit lead off. Yeah, because I got a couple of gross, stinky plays today on the diamond. We'll start. Yeah, we'll start. First one. Well, the Boston Red Sox have won 14 games in a row. So who would dare to step in front of that train? I'll be the one to do it. I'll take the Orioles tonight on the money line to get the win over the Red Sox. They just signed Kyle Bradish to a massive deal. And it was for games like this, so he could be their ace. This is a huge swing game right now. The Red Sox are 3 games up on the wild card over the O's right now. Red Sox win tonight. They go up 4 games. They lose. It's back down to 2. Baltimore should have won that game last night. They had the lead going into the 6th inning, the 7th inning. They had 4 errors. Red Sox, they're obviously hot. They won 14 in a row. It's going to be tough tonight, but I think the Orioles get the win. So I'll take Baltimore in that game. And then the other one, I like the Rockies tonight against the Nationals. So this line just stinks, right? You got one of the worst teams in baseball in Colorado going up against the best offense in baseball in the Nationals. And the Nats got to keep winning. They got to keep pacing the wild card. This line reminds me to a few days ago when the Nats played the Athletics. The A's had lost 10 games in a row, and they were a slight favorite. And I'm like, that line stinks. The A's were up 5-0 in the first inning. I think the books kind of know the Nationals. They know when there are spots to fade them and bet against them. And this line is telling me that this is another one of those games. So I'll bite. It's scary because, again, you got that Nats offense in cores with a total of 13. You would expect the ball to be flying tonight and a lot of runs. But I'll take the Rockies minus 105 on the money line.
I like that. I love that the conditions in that game, PJ. I think this is going to be a real one of those high scoring games that you see. And I'm fading your Rockies pick, but I do have a hitter I am super keen on the other side in that Nats lineup. And it's not the guy I'm always here. It's not Mr. Wood. It's his teammate, CJ Abrams at plus 290. The guy went yard last night, late in that game against the Rockies, and I do think that he's in another great spot tonight. Conditions at Coors Field today could not be any better. Winds are blowing out towards center field, and high temperatures are just exactly where you want them to be. On the mound, you're getting Michael Lorenzen. Maybe not the best, but the guy hasn't been the worst either. But I do love this spot for Abrams. Abrams has been crushing righties this year against right-handed pitchers. He's batting .286 with a .563 slugging, and 19 of his 22 home runs have come against righties. And on the road, his slugging jumps to .616 with 14 of his 22 home runs coming on the road, which is a little bit strange because Nationals ballpark is still super hitter friendly with good temperatures over there. But Abrams has just been great on the road. Rumors have it he loves to gamble. Rumors have it he loves it when there's a good casino or the ability to gamble in the area. I mean, he's touched down in Colorado, hits a home run in game 1. Now he's got an even better pitcher matchup here. I do think that this is a great spot at plus 290 for Abrams to go yard. And then in that Blue Jays-Rays game, we are going with Junior Caminero. The guy has just been fantastic this year at plus 240. The guy's history against Gausman is kind of what piqued my interest here. 13 at bats, he's batting .308 with a 60% hard hit rate, but he's never hit a home run against Gausman. They obviously do play each other a lot, being in the same division here, and this is a ballpark that Junior does have a good amount of history in. He has been so good this year. He even hit a home run after that whole incident at the All-Star game where he had to leave after his first at-bat. I do think this is a good spot for him in the indoor with the roof up in Toronto. And if you're looking at that four-seam fastball that Gausman loves to lean on against right-handed bats, that's something Caminero just absolutely crushes with a 70% hard hit rate against right-handed pitchers. So, yeah, give me Caminero to have a day today.
Love it. I actually have 2 baseball plays as well, chat. I know.
Wow.
I know. It's well, there's no WNBA today. Stupid Kathy. I'll have plenty of plays on the dub tomorrow. But V, I know you said you're not betting this guy today, but you normally bet this guy. And I think that it's a great matchup for him against Michael Lorenzen. So going back to that Rockies-Washington game, give me James Wood over 2.5 HRR minus 120. I did also sprinkle on the home run plus 220 there. You guys talked about it. I mean, I think Lorenzen sucks. 3-9, 6.22 ERA, hits per 9 over 12. Like he's probably going to get smoked again, like PJ was saying. Maybe he has a good outing and the Nationals are a little sleepy. But I think that this is a great spot for Wood to hit this once again. He hit it yesterday, only had a singular hit, but he scored 2 runs. I think there's going to be a lot of runs here once again. And the Rockies can win for PJ. That's fine. But yeah. James Wood, please do the job. Now, my favorite play is back in the first game that you talked about. The Red Sox taking on the Orioles. I don't understand the price here, boys. I really don't get it. And maybe it's a little bit of a trap. Maybe you're on the right side of things thinking that the Red Sox are going to lose today. But I can't ignore how good Wilson Contreras has been since returning from the All-Star break, how good he was before the All-Star break. You can find his total bases for a plus money price if you'd rather go TBs, but I took the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 125. That is also hit in 8 of his last 10 games, 3 of the last 4 since returning from the All-Star break. Back-to-back games. He had a 3-hit game in the first game of this series as well. Oh, and by the way, I know that people don't really care about how guys do against other pitchers, but I like that stat because I don't bet baseball very much, and I still think that it's important, especially when I see a guy who has great success against Kyle Bradish. He only has 4 at-bats against him, boys, but he's batting 500, 2 hits, both of them ding dongs. See you later. The weather in this game is a little bit iffy. It's going to be a little rainy. The wind is blowing out, so that helps, but it's going to be a little rainy. So pay attention to what's going to go down at the start of this one in Boston tonight. But yeah, if you're giving me Contreras at a playable price for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs with how good he has been, and I sprinkled on the home run with the success rate against Bradish. So we shall see if that pays off. But I like Contreras and I like Wood in both of those games that you guys talked about. So there we go.
For the history, doesn't matter, crowd. Contreras also has great numbers against both sinkers and sliders this year. He's batting .383 against right-handed pitchers, and that's sinker sliders, basically a majority of Bradish's repertoire. He's going to at about 82% of the time, 40% that sinker, and that's something Contreras smashed. .383 batting average with 7 home runs. 9 of his home runs have come on those 2 pitches alone. So I do think this is a great spot, SPJ.
Thanks, man. He's also batting .290 with 15 home runs with 238 at-bats against righties this year, so decent sample size there, too, for how good he's been against righties.
He's also been on fire since the All-Star game, honestly. This Red Sox team, just absolute fire. Abreu, everything has been going their way, PJ. What is going on? Like, He just shakes his head. He's like, I'm
Just
fucking done. I
disgusts
hate
me
it.
that they won that game last night. They are hot though, man. They are. The vibes are back. Fenway was on fire last night. But you're right. The stars are playing like stars. The big thumpers in that order. But then they're just getting contributions from everybody. And if you're going to win 14 straight games, like that's got to happen. I like that Contreras look a lot. By SPJ, 3 hits last night, so he's on fire right now, man. Yeah, and Bradish, he loves throwing those off speed pitches, and Contreras has mashed those all year, so he should get some base hits tonight.
Contreras 0 for 4 loading. Just saying, chat. After we all said we liked it, I will also give you dude. Chat. If you tuned in yesterday, as Merlin's beard sauce, man. What nice. A call that was, man.
My boy.
Guy is just smoking the baseball, and you sold the shit out of it. And I came up with the nickname as Merlin's Beard, which I feel really good about.
It was absolutely perfect. Everything worked out. Everything worked out.
It really did. It really did. What's the guy's actual last name? S. Merlin
Valdez.
Valdez.
Yeah,
the pirate.
Dude just smashes lefties, man. I don't even know what it is. He just absolutely smashes the ball. The numbers, like that was a classic case of the numbers numbered. You know what I mean? The numbers numbered, and it resulted in a nice little plus 300 cash. So that's good.
I love when the numbers number and they actually work out. It's the best. It's the best part of this stuff. All right. Well, there's more stuff at bettingnews.com. We do have our new betting prediction engine. If you want to go check out some more plays on the diamond this evening, you can go get some plays from our model. Actually been pretty successful to start off. So go check that out. All the different free matchup pages we have at bettingnews.com. You can go peruse those and find some more plays on the diamond this evening. All right, guys, let's cook. And then we will finish the rest of the show talking football. Man, we got to do one of these. We got to do one of these stanky money lines. Which one are we doing though?
I like the Rockies. Yeah. Let's go with the Rockies.
I'm down with the Rockies too.
Yep. Congrats to the Nats winning 10-2 tonight. But let's
go. Come on, in Michael Lorenzen we trust.
Yeah. No, I do like the Rockies.
Okay.
Famous
Sauce man. Yes, always.
Should
we do Junior? Just to diversify.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's do a Junior because then we can do Wood. Or no, we don't want to skip Wood because it's in that same game and go with Contreras.
I definitely want to do Contreras.
Let's do Contreras and let's do Junior. Yeah.
Okay. Little 3-legger. Never hurt anybody. And then Titans to win the Super Bowl. 4th leg. Sweat it out the rest of the season.
If you stick around to the end, maybe the 3 of us will cook up a little home run parlay. The 3 of us, one pick each.
There you go.
All right now. All right. Caminero. Let me just get that plugged in here so we can get that rolling. That game starts pretty early too. So chat, this will get posted on the timeline as always. HRR for Junior, Sauce Man? Or do you want to go bases?
Let's go with the bases. Bases. Yeah.
All right. Plus 524. That'll do. Nice 3 legs. Singular baseball game. Nationals. It's the Nats. All right, fine.
The Nats.
All right, there you go. There's the Betspresso 3 today. Rockies on the ML. Wilson Contreras 2+ HRR and the Junior Caminero 2+ bases. Have some fun. It's only baseball today, so we'll see how that rocks and rolls.
Feels good, boys.
It does feel good. Feels very good. All right, let's turn the page. Let's do dubs or L's. Like I said, every single day here on Betspresso for the next 32 days, we will be doing a schedule preview of each NFL team. Now, Jackson might have pandered to me in this particular situation because he came up with this idea. So chat, chime in when we do this as well. Let us know how we are doing as we are going to go through each individual game and give you our analysis on how the schedule is going to play out. Starting off, first up on the NFL schedule, a team that none of you guys care about, but I do, the Tennessee Titans. There is your schedule on the screen for you guys that we can see. Cam Ward and company looking to bounce back, having the worst record last season with only 3 singular wins. Win total sitting this year, boys, at 6.5, a little bit juiced to the over. Vegas is a little bit confident that they think that maybe head coach Robert Saleh and Brian Daboll, offensive coordinator, are going to bring some spunk to this team. They looked a lot better in the back half of the season. I know that because I watched every minute of Titans football, unfortunately, last year. Carnell Tate got drafted as the number 4 overall picked in the first round. Excited for his connection with Cam Ward. Also got Wan'Dale Robinson coming over too. Paid Jeffrey Simmons a fat contract to be the highest paid defensive tackle in football, but he played like it last year as an all-pro on that side of the ball. Tony Pollard returns once again in the backfield as another 1,000-yard rusher once last year. And that's pretty much all that I'm going to say about the Titans. All right, guys, chat, let us know what you guys think as we go through. We don't have to deep dive into this. It'll just be we go win, loss, okay?
Okay.
All right, week 1. September 13th. Oh, and also we will kind of, as we do more of these, we will tell you guys if it's a short week, if it's a primetime game, et cetera, et cetera. But we don't have to worry about that because the Titans don't have any primetime games this year. So there you go. Yep. All right. And like I said, win total 6.5. So let's see if we can find 7 wins here or if we're taking the under. All right, September 13th, opening game against the Jets at home. Do you guys think that the Titans are going to win this game, or do you think that the Jets are going to surprise some people?
I was going to start with some rage bait, but like that's a win. That's a win. God, right? Oh, PJ? No.
Well,
PJ.
well, I think the Titans win, but why is that line only 2.5? That's stinky. Like they're almost telling you like these are kind of like close to even teams. If this was played on a neutral field, it'd be like Titans -1. I don't like that they're giving you 2.5. They are daring you to lay it with Tennessee. And that's not to say the Titans can't win the game by 20 points. They absolutely can. But everybody's going to have the same handicap in that game. A lot of people like the Titans. The thing about week 1 is I think so many people bet teams that they're high on or low on in week 1, right? If they like a team, they bet them in week 1. If they don't like a team, they fade them in week 1. And it's just like, it's a long season. And I don't know. I kind of think I'll be on the Jets in that game. The Titans could win. SPJ, I would hate to see the Titans lose that game for you. But those
okay.
are my 2 cents.
I'm used to being a sad Titans fan, so it's okay. I'm expecting this team to have high hopes, and then I had to watch 2 years ago when I had high hopes about this team, and Will Levis have one of the worst opening day performances of all time against the Bears in Chicago with all the BNN people around me yelling at me and in a Bears place. So it's all good. I'm going to go win. Just because I think that on paper, the Titans should beat the Jets. If they don't, there will be a lot of people having different conversations about what's going to happen for this team this season. But I think of all the games on the schedule, this one to me feels like a dub, even as a Titans fan. Can we all agree,
I can see
dub?
that, yeah. Of all the games on the schedule, yeah, I could definitely. Yeah, there's one I'm looking at too. Maybe it's that Browns one. But yeah, I'm in agreement.
All right, so 1-0 to start the season. Robert Saleh gets his revenge against the former team. Next up, Philadelphia, the Eagles at home. No against A.J. Brown narrative anymore because he's obviously a Pat. Yeah, they're losing to the Eagles, right? Do we even need to go deep into this?
I'll be cheering for them against the Eagles because you know what I mean.
Too.
I love a good Eagles hate watch. But yeah, it's an Eagles win.
Okay. All right, we don't need to deep dive into that one. So that'll be 1-1. Next up, big game. In theory, September 27th at the Giants. So obviously, two new head coaches going head-to-head, Harbaugh versus Saleh. Going to get to see Jackson Dart and company taking on Cam Ward here. I'm going to go dub, but I'm a fan. I think the Titans can beat the Giants on paper, and I do think that they can also get the job done on the road. It's going to be a big game, though, kind of start the season to see how Cam Ward's developing. Would not be shocked if the Titans lose, but for me, I'm going to go dub.
I'm going dub too. Yeah, I'm going dub. Brian Dable, right? You can just see it now. They win the game. They throw the Gatorade on them. Bet the Wan'Dale Robinson props. You know they're going to feature him too. So I think Dable. I think the guys win it for Dable. I like the Titans.
I think this is one of the situations too. Honestly, I think the talent on the Titans is a little bit underrated too. I think Carnell Tate is going to be like one of those guys that has an immediate impact. And I do think that Cam Ward has what it takes. As long as they can keep him on his feet, I'm excited. And I do think that Saleh is going to bring a different defensive identity, despite their defense not being horrendous, maybe on the front 7 last year. But I do think that like that's his job, right? That's what he does. So I'm excited to see what he brings to Tennessee.
Okay, so all of us are in agreement that if things go well, the Titans get the job done on the road here. Chat seems to think that the other side of it, but since we're the ones doing the activity, we'll go dub. So 2-1, start the year. Vibes are relatively high in Tennessee to start. Baltimore, the return of the king, Derrick Henry. Actually not in Baltimore, October the 4th. yeah, L. Derrick Henry's running for 250 million yards, and I'll be rooting for that aspect of it, and I'll be a sad Titans fan that day.
Close L though, knowing the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. Close L's. Sorry,
Yeah,
PJ.
if Vrabel was coaching the team, I'd probably like Tennessee, but with Saleh, I'll go with the Ravens here.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that this will be Derrick Henry's first game against the Titans as a Raven, if I remember right.
You would be correct. Yep.
Oh, I forgot you're a Ravens fan.
I am.
I remember
that. Yeah, this will be his first time to take on the former squad. I highly doubt that he's not going to have a big game that day. All right, so 2-2 going into week 5. First divisional game on the docket, the Texans. Get them at home first to start. I think maybe they could possibly win this game, but for the sense of the actual trying to be a proper analyst here, I'll go L.
Feels like, so they get the Texans and then they get the Colts after that, 2 straight divisional games. I kind of think they're going to split. I actually think they're going to beat the Texans at home and then lose to the Colts the next week. But I feel good about them getting a split. I mean, as you know, like Tennessee normally in home divisional games is very good. And I think they're going to beat Houston. So I like the Titans in that game.
Wow, I guess I'm on numbers here. I'm thinking of the treacherous twins on that Houston side with Will Anderson Jr. And, you know, they were fucking scary last year. I'm just thinking of those 2 guys over there. And but I guess win.
Wow, all right.
I'm the opposite, PG. I think they do beat the Colts the next week, though. So that now we're going to have some contention because I do think they beat the Colts in that week after a tough loss, probably a very low-scoring game of the Texans. Then you come in and you beat Danny Dimes in Indianapolis, and now the Colts are going through a panic mode after week 6.
How about this? Let's just call the Texans a loss and the Colts a win. I mean, we kind of all agree. I think they're going to split this situation as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know which way it goes, but yeah. I think the Colts. I've said this. I said it last year, which looked like a terrible take until the second half of the season. But I don't think the Colts are going to be very good this year. They've tied up over $120 million in Danny Dimes and Alec Pierce. I don't know. Could work out. We'll find out. They'd still have JT, obviously. But all right, so we're sitting at 3-3 here, going into the Browns game. I think they should beat the Browns.
Dub.
If they did, I think dub too.
Mm-hmm.
They beat them last year. I think they beat them again this year. Especially no Myles Garrett now. Should be a dub. So 4-3. All right, things are okay. Against the Bengals, Joe Burrow loves just feasting on the fucking Titans. He's probably going to do it again in Cincinnati. I'm going to go L here.
It's my question 1st. Does Joe Burrow have toe turf by week 7 or week 8?
I was going to say he's going to be healthy. It's November 1st. Is he going to be healthy? Yeah, if Joey B's playing though, I would like the Bengals.
That's a Bengals win probably.
Mm-hmm. So B-Dot has them 3-4 so far. We have them 4-3, and now they're 4-4. All right, so 4-4, nice even split here, going into another divisional game against Jacksonville. I think they split with the Jags. I don't know which way it goes, whether they win in Jacksonville or they win at home, but I think they split with Jacksonville.
Agreed. Man, I kind of want to take them a little bit against Dallas too. For whatever reason, Dallas over the years has been terrible against AFC teams at home. A couple different people who are Cowboys fans that I've worked with have always told me that, and I've kind of played close attention, and it's very true. For whatever reason, Dallas at home against AFC teams just is not good. I don't know. I kind of think the Titans might get that game. So I would go upset there against Cowboys.
So we all agree that let's go. Should we go for the Jags game? Should we go win at home and then the loss on the road?
Yeah,
I think so.
Do that.
All right. So Jacksonville win. So that puts us at 5-4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm okay to do Cowboys dub. That could get a little spicy. In Jerry's World, the last time they played in Jerry's World, they beat him. Kevin Byard going and standing on the star in the middle in prime time. It was a good time. Maybe that happens again. I like the dub, but I'm a fan. V, what do you think about that game?
It's the Cowboys, man. That defense doesn't look like it's gotten any better to me. So that's my main concern over there. I do think that they're going to have to score 100 points. And this is a Titans defense that I do believe in. Both Jeffrey Simmons up front. I love the guy on the sidelines, too, that they have in Robert Saleh. And I don't know. It feels like it's very doable there, especially on the road for the Cowboys. We know how different they are once they leave Jerry's World, right?
Keep in mind, too, that game's November 22nd, so maybe looking ahead a little short week before the Turkey Day game against, do they play Philly this year? Or
Philly.
is it Philly?
Yeah.
I think it is
So,
Philly.
I could.
I
That,
mean,
that
you
great
know
look,
they're,
PJ.
you know they're
Great look.
circling that one. So, yeah, I think that could be a dangerous little spot for Dallas there.
I like that
Okay.
take. I also kind of like maybe the over in that game. There might be some points, especially if Cam Ward's looking pretty decent and slinging it, you know. Baltimore. Oh, thank you, YouTube commenter. This game just got postponed based on the weather we were talking about. So Baltimore and Boston postponed. That will not be starting here in the next hour or so. So pay attention to what's going to happen. That game might end up getting rained out, to be honest.
Yeah.
We will. We'll find out. All right. So then Jacksonville L on the road. So what are we looking at here? 6-5 so far.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn.
Okay. So 6-5. Relatively all agreements on the 6 wins too. I mean, maybe there was an L in there that we could probably flip flop, but then you're still 5-6 if things go relatively well. Washington at home. So Jaden Daniels and company, if he's healthy at that point too, coming to town. I think they could win this game, but I'm going to go L. I'm not really high on the Manders this year. I don't think they're going to be very good again. But maybe if Jaden Daniels plays awesome, then they will be.
That's my thing too.
Yeah.
Go ahead, PJ.
Yeah, no, V. I was just gonna say I'm with you. I'm not really high on Washington, but I just kind of feel like they're gonna win that game too. Like you said, the key is Jaden Daniels. I mean, that's what it's all about, and that's a December game, so there is a chance he could miss it potentially. But yeah, I just I kind of think Washington's gonna win that game.
Not to get on a Commanders whole shtick here, but the whole Cliff Kingsbury situations felt really odd to me. Him not being there anymore, him also not getting a head coaching job or anything else. Like, if you looked at the numbers last year, all the leaders in catches hurry up were all Commanders. The offense was good. They even were able to get through games with Marcus Mariota filling the void in a very, very, I think, good way. I have no idea what the offense is going to look like. Dan Quinn has never been that guy. We saw what he did in Atlanta. I'm not sold. I'm not sold that he can do it without Cliff Kingsbury, and I don't know what the offense is going to look like. I don't think the running game. I guess they got the Krosky Merritt there. He was good last year in his rookie season, but I don't know. I could see the Titans winning this one. Maybe I'm too high on the Titans. I don't know. Maybe I'm drinking Titans Kool-Aid.
Maybe. I'm not. I wasn't even force feeding it to you either.
You're not. I don't know. I didn't realize it's on the schedule.
So this is why this will be fun every day, because some teams you'll be thinking about the addition, and we'll do deep dives into each team and divisions and stuff on YouTube like we did last year. But just to look at the scheduling aspect of it, some of these spots kind of fall in favorable spots, like you mentioned, PJ. Some of them are not great. There's some tough schedules that we've already done on some previews of some other teams as well. So
no primetime games helps too.
No,
it does.
Primetime games, and all their games are on Sunday. Like, how nice is that for Tennessee? No short weeks at all. Their bye week is right in the middle of the season. So they got a lot of breaks here. And the farthest they have to travel for a road game this year is Vegas. That's really it.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they don't go to the Western time zone. So their schedule is very favorable.
Okay,
which actually is
completely off base.
It's nice too, because the Titans were the #1 overall pick last year and then went into the season and actually ended up having the worst schedule from a strength of schedule perspective. So they didn't really get any favors there. Not to say that's not going to happen again this year, but we'll find out. Let's call the Manders an L just to middle it out. You said WV, you said LPJ. I think they could maybe fumble the bag, and maybe people are kind of high on the Titans at this point too. And then I just know the Titans, they always end up shitting the bed somewhere. So maybe this is the spot. All right. So 6-6, Detroit in Detroit. I think we're getting to 6-7 here, right? I don't think they're winning that game.
This might be that Jahmyr Gibbs 200-yard game if they're up
a
significant amount. You know what I mean? That's so bad. I don't know if you saw that, PJ, but plus 350 for Jahmyr Gibbs to rush for 200 yards just once all season.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that could be the game. I like that.
That could be it.
Especially if Simmons is out.
Yeah. All right. So 6-7 at that point. Colts at home.
I think they split the season series. That's why I would think maybe it's an L, but I don't know. It depends on the Colts' health, right? It depends on Jonathan Taylor too. He was great last year, but we've seen him sit out almost entire seasons.
Yeah, I'm gonna go dub on this. I think your Titans might get on a little roll here to end the year. I think it starts with this game, so I'm gonna go win here with the Colts.
All
Chad,
right.
I did not tell these guys to pander to me like this.
Cold
I
sweep
promise.
incoming.
Cold sweep. Get the brooms out.
Come on, baby. All right, fuck it. We'll go dub then. Shit. Christmas present came early, 5 days before Christmas. All right. So there's your 7th win. So that's the over 6.5 win total. At Vegas, I think that's a win too. In Vegas.
Dub.
Could be at that point Cam Ward versus Mendoza, depending on how things are going.
Real quick, can we
Rita.
what are the Raiders doing? Kirk Cousins is going to be a starter all year? I don't know. Am I insane to think that Mendoza would be ready? Like, you don't have to force a type of protege situation if it's not there. Like, you really just signed Kirk. He has not been here. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I think they're just saying that right now. I would be shocked if we don't see Fernando Mendoza by the end of the season for the
I'm
Las
putting him
Vegas
out there day
Raiders.
one, to be honest, with the way this team's built.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm tripping.
PJ was actually high on the Titans. Like, I remember us talking about this a couple months ago.
Yeah, I was. I like the Titans well before this. So, but the problem is a lot of people are starting to like the Titans, which is making me nervous, as I'm sure you've seen
that's
too.
A terrible combination. Dude.
Everybody, like, it feels like they're kind of like what Vegas was last year going into the season, and we saw how that worked out. So that is making me a little nervous. But I do like the Titans this season.
All right, let's go Raiders win for the sense of, sorry. So 8-7 right now, over 500 in December. What a time to be alive, Titans fans. All right, turn of the year 2027 kicks off, taking on old Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. At home, though, that's beneficial. You don't have to go to play in cold Pittsburgh. It's going to be cold in Nashville, though. I want to say win, but I probably think they lose this game.
See, I think they're going to win this game.
Oh, Jesus Christ, PJ. Get me hyped up, bro.
Dude, I'm high on the Titans. I mean, I think they're going to win the division. They probably got to get to like 10 wins. So I told you, I think they're going to go on a little run here to end the year.
Damn, against the Steelers.
Look, there's a team that goes worst to first in the NFL every year. Like, people think it's probably going to be the Lions or the Saints are getting a lot of love, but I think Tennessee could be that team. So
I honestly
talk to me nicely.
In that division too, PJ, I see the vision, especially with Mike McCarthy, new coach in Pittsburgh, right? The defense last year was horrendous. It was the highest paid defense too in the NFL, despite being as bad as they were. I don't think Mike McCarthy is a good coach. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm in the minority here. I don't like what he did in Dallas. I don't know how that's going to translate here with an Aaron Rodgers that didn't look that great last year. Fuck, I guess we're all drinking the Kool-Aid, SPJ. Pour me the cup.
All right now. All right, so we'll call it a win. You guys, I mean, I'm letting you guys kind of.
Even B-Dot agrees on this one. That's how you know we're insane.
My model has team. There we go, B-Dot. There we go. All right, Dub. So that's 9 wins for the Titans. And then last game of the season, I mean, in theory, looking at it, how we've broken it down, this could decide the division. This game. Yeah. In theory. It could also be an absolute just trash game. The Texans won the division 4 weeks ago. The Titans are once again awful, and the game doesn't matter at all. But for the sense of this being a possible division decider in Houston too, which if you're an AFC South fan, you know that this game in Houston has happened a lot in Texans history. I'm going to say L.
Tell me this
maybe
game.
You guys think.
Tell me this
is
game
all the heartbreak right here.
Tell me this game doesn't have Week 18 Saturday. ESPN 4:30 Eastern with Chris Fowler, Dan Orlovsky on the call. You know when they do the doubleheader on Saturday and this is the first game? That's what this game has to feel. I mean it's tough, right? It obviously the Week 18. It just all depends on what these teams look like. On paper, if both teams are playing their starters, I would probably lean Houston. So I'll take the Texans for the purpose of this exercise. But yeah, I mean obviously if they're resting guys, then Tennessee can definitely win.
This does have the feel of like a game that could get flexed depending on if it does to end up deciding the division. But go ahead, V.
I was just gonna say, like I said, I thought the Texans get that first one early on in the season, but I don't think the Texans sweep the season series. Like that's the thing. I think sweeping an interdivision rival is impossible, right? We see it all the time, and I don't know, man. These teams play each other. SPJ, you just said it. This is a game that has been played often here in Week 18 or Week 17 formerly. this is a situation where the division could very much come down to it. If the Jaguars regress in the way that some people are thinking that they might, I for one do. This feels like one of those spots where two good defenses, low scoring game. I don't know.
All right, I guess we're calling it a win then. Whatever. 10. That's 10 wins.
Disgruntled SPJ calls it a win.
I'm at cloud 9 right now, man. But I'm always high on my team anyway. So you can get the Titans if you agree with us. 10-7 going into the end of the season, most likely getting into the playoffs at that point. I would say either a wild card team or by winning the AFC South. Over under 6.5, like I mentioned, -105 for the over. If you want to get crazy, 7.5 wins is +150. 8.5 wins +250. Titans to make the playoffs +340. AFC South division winner +800. So those are the odds for the Titans. We will do this, like I mentioned, for every single team in the NFL. Thanks, Jackson, for pandering with me, I guess, and bringing up the Titans first. But I feel like you guys kind of enjoyed this too. I don't know if you feel good about investing in the 6.5 wins now based upon that, but there is all of it laid out for you guys for the entire season.
Yeah. No, I'm a fan.
I like them too. And again, I think kind of the underrated part is just the schedule and how it works out. No primetime games. Every game they play is on Sunday. Bye is in the middle of the season, week 9. And their divisional games are kind of spread out nice. They have the back-to-back with Houston and Indy. They have Jacksonville 2 out of 3, but it's like some of these teams, they backload the schedules and they have like 3 divisional games to end the year, or 4 divisional games, which is just brutal. So theirs are kind of like jumbled up, but it's in the middle of the season. So I think the schedule is pretty favorable.
Well, and as you mentioned, and I know a lot of Titans fans were pissed off we didn't get any Cam Ward primetime games, but it is going to be incredibly beneficial for this football team with new head coach, new offensive coordinator, and a new defensive system to have some continuity of every Sunday, not having to travel too much in any crazy spots, not having to change the schedule around too much, not having to fly to fucking Australia, not having to fly to Berlin, not having to fly to Paris. Like, literally they can get into a routine, and sometimes those are the ones that end up actually taking advantage of those favorable schedules and winning games in those situations. So let's see how it plays out. But anyway, we'll do more tomorrow. Jackson, who is tomorrow? We can maybe preview for the kids. Type it in the chat. Maybe I'll tell them, maybe I won't. We'll see. Shaggle's team is tomorrow, the Chiefs.
There you go.
So Vsauce, Adam, and PJ will be live for you guys on Betspresso tomorrow to break down the Chiefs schedule for dubs and L's. Good stuff, guys. Thanks for pandering. I did not expect us to start with the Titans, and then Jackson sent me this last night, and I was like, all right, man. I guess we're
winners.
Talk to me nicely.
Cash that 8-1.
Talk to me nicely. Come on now. All right, let's finish off the show here. Let's do a little bit more NFL chatter. Let's do some blind rankings. We've been doing this, PJ, over the last couple of days with positions. So now we spent some time breaking down some schedules. Now let's move on and let's do blind rankings. Top 10 NFL wide receivers going into 2026. Now, this list, so I'm going to read off the 10 players last season who were top 10 from wide receivers perspective in total yards. I'm going to read them to you out of order, and you guys are going to rank them going into this year, how you feel. Beast, you want to get up here and join the party as well? You want to get involved with the rankings? You're in the darkness right now. I don't know. Maybe you can't join. No worries if you can't.
Shadows.
Let's do this.
Okay, let's do it. All right, so I will lead us off here. Let me get this pulled up. Don't stack the middle, or do. I don't know. You guys did an okay job stacking the middle if you wanted to as well. You guys ready to roll?
Let's do it.
Let's grip it. All right, first up, Zay Flowers.
All right, so Zay's a good wide receiver. I've never felt like he was a true number 1. I think he's a really good number 2. I think Zay is like somewhere in that 8-9 range, I would say. I'm honestly good putting Zay at like 8, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say the 9-10 range, so I would be happy to settle on 9. I do think he's good.
Then. Yeah,
it's just undersized a little bit. Maybe we also haven't seen that like breakout wide receiver 1 year. Maybe 9. What about you, Beast?
Yeah, I like 9 too. I think he's just kind of there on the on the Ravens. Their passing game is always just lackluster, especially with Mark Andrews being 45 years old now. I think it's just
dude, that was crazy.
Run the ball. With
Harbaugh just stole Likely.
Yeah.
Just stole him.
They could use a tight end like Likely. It's a real shame. just go with Andrews. It's ridiculous.
I don't know why my screen wasn't working, so give me a second. I figured it out, and then now it's not working anymore. Remember PJ at the beginning of this when I said I was so smart? Yeah. How well is that? How well is that going?
Technology.
Gotta love it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Likely's going to be good in the Giants offense, I think.
I agree.
I
like him a lot. Yeah.
I'm just going to have end for the year.
I'm just going to have to do it this way. Well, there you go. You see that it's on Canva chat, whatever. It's not going to be all sexy today. Zay Flowers, number 9. All right, next up. Also, Zay Flowers, 1,273 yards last year, so you guys know.
I'm honestly kind of surprised he was on this list.
Mm-hmm, me too.
There are some other surprises on here, too. That's the only clue you get. Next up.
Okay.
Puka.
Ooh.
Okay, it might be a hot take. I think Puka's the best receiver in the NFL. I'd put him 1. I
like that.
I think
he's the best. I think he's one of the best blockers. He's probably the best after the catch. His catch radius is insane. He's always open.
The contested catch rate is absolutely fucking bonkers too. I think he led the league in contested catch rate last year as well. Yeah, I would be good with 1 or 2. Jackson?
Yeah, I think the only thing that hurts him is they throw the ball to Devontae for the touchdown every single time, and it's the most annoying thing ever. But other than that, yeah, yards-wise, he's there.
All right. 1?
I would go Puka 1, yeah.
All right, yeah, we can go with 1. Puka.
All right, Nakua 1. Chris Olave.
Ooh.
Puka also had 1,820 all-purpose yards last year.
So Olave V, I was like stuck in between 7 and 8. I do think he's better than Zay. They drafted Tyson in the first round in the top 10, so you would think they're going to feature him. A lot of people are high on Shuck this year, me included. But Olave's another guy. Like, he doesn't stay healthy enough. I would probably go 7 on Olave, I think.
I could go with 7, I think. I think, honestly, after the season, if Shuck actually does play how, like yourself, even myself, I did like what I saw for the last few weeks. If we see that version of him, I think Olave might be a little bit higher on this list at the end of next year, but the guy's good. He's also a great, I think, sized wide receiver, pause. But size matters, pause. When you look at guys like Mike Evans and things like that, these guys are absolutely elite, right? Because they can go up and get it. They're also faster than you, stronger than you, and can jump higher than you. He's one of those guys. Yeah, sorry. Play.
Yeah, I think
right, Jackson?
Definitely good. It's definitely
7?
good at 7. I like Olave too. And Rashid's gone, but yeah, Tyson's there, so that'll kind of replace that. But
oh yeah, Rashid gone.
Apparently he's working out nicely in training camp or everything in the off season so far with Sam Darnold. We'll see how that plays out as he continues to get comfy with the Super Bowl winners. All right. Chris Olave had 1,160 all-purpose yards last year. Next up, Jameson Williams.
Ooh, JMO might be a good 8, I think. He's just so fast, man. He's such a game breaker. You can use him on reverses and stuff.
His target share sometimes is what really concerns me. He's good. He's good. It's 8 feels good. 8 feels good.
I agree. I'm good with 8.
Yeah.
Jackson?
Yeah, I think so too. I was gonna say maybe 10 just because of some guys we got left, but I think we leave it open just in case there's a stinker in here.
Agreed.
That makes sense.
All right, JMO. At number 8, he had 1,129 receiving yards last year. All-purpose yards, excuse me. You've also got to remember they do use him in reverse option plays as well. He gets a lot of plays, those reverse sweeps and things too. So
1,000%.
All right. His teammate, Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra's in the 5-6 range. Unless
I can get down 5.
Unless Justin Jefferson's not on this list, because I have my 2, 3, and 4 kind of in my head. So
Jefferson might not be on this list, PJ. That's a good call just because of JJ
'cause
McCarthy.
we're putting Chase and JSN in 2-3. So, and I was thinking JJ was 4, but he might not be in there.
He might not be.
So you think CD's better or you think Amon-Ra's better?
CD.
I would agree.
Amon-Ra.
So I think I would go 5.
Amon-Ra?
Yeah,
Jackson?
CD couldn't catch the ball to save his life last year.
Oh,
I know it probably sounds
Amon-Ra
bad.
plays the slot, man.
He's so reliable though, V.
Like that's like Wes
there
Welker
every
was
time.
Randy Moss, man.
All right, where are you guys going?
I'm good 5. I'm good
5. We're gonna outvote Jackson here.
All right, Amon-Ra at 5. Okay, Sun God. 1,410 all-purpose yards for Amon-Ra last year. Jamar Chase.
Yeah, 2.
2.
2.
Did you see the thing on Netflix's QB where Joe Flacco's like,
Yeah.
I'm not even throwing him good balls, man. Like what? Didn't he have like 6 touchdowns that game?
He's so freaking good, man. I
Insane.
mean, you could easily argue him for 1. I think we all agree Puka's just maybe a little bit more versatile with but Chase is fantastic. And he's got Higgins to deal with too. That's so it's like, do you go with the touchdown guy and Adams that takes the production away, or do you go with Higgins, who you don't know if he's going to be healthy, but when he is, could always go off? But I think Chase is good too.
Yeah. I love Chase. Yeah, I love him there. Jackson, any arguments?
No, I'm with that. Yeah, I like 2.
Okay. All right, Jamar Chase, number 2. Jamar Chase had 1,426 all-purpose yards last year.
Wow.
Next up, Nico Collins.
Nico feels like a solid 6, man.
He does feel like a solid 6.
Really solid 6. I kind of think there's an argument that he could be better than Amon-Ra when he's healthy. He just like I'm a fan of Nico Collins a lot. I think he's a good 6 though. Yeah,
He's
I'm a
a
huge
back
fan
this year too.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra also has the benefit of a better QB, better offense, whereas the Texans, not as good. But I like him at 6. I like him at 6.
I think Nico's a good
For
6.
sure.
Guys, just stacking up the middle all right now.
Yeah.
Nico Collins, 1,132 receiving yards last year. Was hampered with some injuries with the hamstring problem, so missed a few games, but still was really productive. All right, next up. Jackson Smith and Najigba.
There's your 3.
Right? No JJ. So yeah, that's 3.
Yeah. JSN's
That's
3.
three.
I kind of still take JSN over JJ for being honest, V.
Man, if the QB situation is the QB situation, absolutely. But yeah, that's the horrendous part.
Yeah,
Like Kyler Murray, I'm sorry, like Kevin O'Connell or whatever his name is, KOC. Kyler is not the answer.
Is 9 the answer?
JSN 3.
9. That's the German 9. Doesn't answer your question, Jackson. 9.
9. All right, so JSN, eh?
Mm-hmm.
My dog. I'm a little worried about JSN this year, boys. I loved him last year. Loved betting on him. It was always fun. A little concerned this year. When you guys break down the Seahawks schedule, you'll see why.
I think he's going to eat for that exact reason, but we'll get there.
Okay, man. All right, JSN, number 3. JSN led the league last year in all-purpose yards, winning Offensive Player of the Year, 1,829. Next up, 2 spots left. George Pickens.
Damn, we effed up.
Is CD not on this
list? CD.
Or is CD on this list and SPJ's fucking with us?
Both of them.
I don't think.
I mean, there's 2 Lions, right? They both had pretty big years, but CD did sit out as a good chunk of the year too. Remember?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I think
Who else could it
Pickens.
be?
That's a good question.
Fam saying that JJ had 1,000 yards, and I think the lowest we've heard is like 1,100. So he might be on there.
The question is Pickens closer to a 4 or is he closer to 10? Is he closer to Amon-Ra or is he closer to Zay? I think he's closer to Amon-Ra. So I
think after last year, he's closer to Amon-Ra, but
dude, I agree, man. He's so good. I mean, those 50-50 balls, like deep threat, he's really good.
It's gonna be CD or fucking or JJ after this, but I think we have to go with Pickens at 4, right?
I think we got to go
Right?
Pickens at 4. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. 4. SPJ has this huge smirk on his face, and I don't like it.
If it's not JJ, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like
It's
go
JJ.
through and think who would it be?
Georgie? Georgie?
Like, who was on my fantasy team that like it's not AJ Brown, right? He missed too much time. Or it's not anybody on the Bears. It's not DJ
No.
Moore. No.
All
Yeah.
right, SPJ, who is it? CeeDee Lamb. Damn it!
It was CD. That's right. They did have the 2,000-yard receivers. It makes sense because the defense was so bad. And
It was so bad. They had to score literally like, dude, that Packers game alone probably had them more receiving yards than some guys finished the season with.
so I think if we had to do it again, I'd probably put CD at 4. Oh God, is Nico or George or Pickens better? That's a good one.
I really want to hear what the order was, SPJ.
Okay. JSN 1 with, as I said, 1,829. Puka 2, 1,820. George Pickens was 3rd in all-purpose yards at the wide receiver position last year with 1,429. 3 more than Jamar Chase, who was 4th, 1,426. Amon-Ra came in at 5th, 1,410. Zay Flowers, 6th, 1,273. Chris Olave, 1,160. Nico Collins, 1,132. Jameson Williams at 9 with 1,129. And CD bringing up the caboose at 1,079. JJ, as you said, not on this list. He was 11th.
Okay. Damn.
So CD's
I'm not mad at
technically
it.
in this.
George Pickens had a great year.
He did. Yeah, I mean CD's obviously too low, but overall I think pretty good.
I think CD should definitely be top 5 on this list. I don't know where you would put him specifically, but I think he's better than the 4 or 5 guys above him from a talent perspective. Like if you're for like we did with the last list, if you're drafting these guys in fantasy, like you're taking CD over Zay, you're taking CD over JMO, you're taking CD over Olave, you're taking CD over Nico, you're taking CD maybe over Amon-Ra, and then it gets a little interesting. You know,
That's when it gets a little dicey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be mad at like sliding Amon-Ra down one, and you know what I mean, going that way about it.
Popping CD at 5 right under George.
Yeah, or over
think's
George.
the
The
wide
Dak
receiver-
Prescott effect is real.
Who do you think's the wide receiver going 1 in most drafts this year? Is it Chase or is it Puka? Or is it
Puka.
JSN?
I think it's gotta be Puka.
If it was me drafting, I would draft Puka. If it was PPR, because just how many times that guy has his target share in that offense is just insanity with Matthew Stafford.
And you got to think there's got to be some regression for Devontae Adams. Like these motherfuckers have got tape now, right? Like you have tape, right? Come on, get it together, defense.
Well, the other thing too is with Jamar Chase, which again, this is the conversation you have to have with Chase every single year. Can Joe Burrow play 17 games? Because if Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow play 17 games, Jamar Chase should probably wax the entire NFL. But like, have we seen that in 2 or 3 seasons?
It's a good point. And I'm kind of like JSN's a stud, but Kubiak leaving does concern me a little bit because they got a defensive head coach in Mike McDonald. And again, Darnold had a great year with Kubiak, but you got some concern there with the OC.
All right, if you had to choose, like Gerald asked yesterday when we did the running backs of these guys on the screen here, which one do you think will not be on this list going into at the end of 2026/2027?
Most people would say Zay, but again, with them losing Likely and Bateman's always a question mark, Andrews is declining. Like Lamar's got to throw the ball to somebody. So if I had a guess who wouldn't be on that list, probably JMO. If I had to,
Yeah,
I would say.
I'm a PJ.
Yeah, with Tesla too, the way he was catching the ball last year.
And Laporta had such a down year too. I mean, he was such a big part of that offense 2 years ago.
I got a hot take for you boys. I don't think JSN's going to be on this list at the end of the season.
That is a take.
I could see Olave not being, just with Tyson coming in, he might snatch his chain and then Olave gets hurt or something like that, just with his history.
All right now. All right, chat. There you go. That was fun. More blind rankings in the NFL streets. We talked about the Tennessee Titans schedule, as we will do dubs and L's every day right here on the Betting News Network. Tomorrow, if you want to get some information on what is going to happen with the Kansas City Chiefs, Patty Mahomes and company returning. Patty Mahomes returning from his ACL injury, seeing how the Kansas City Chiefs are going to do. Thanks for tuning in right here on the Betting News Network for your afternoon bet espresso. That's Vsauce. That's PJ. That's Jackson. Even though he's in the shadows, I'm actually going to send you down, Jackson, to the actual shadows. We appreciate you guys being here and kicking off your Tuesday evening. Enjoy the baseball. Boys, you guys got anything else before we get out of here?
That's it, boys. See you tomorrow.
Nothing else. Go Rockies.
Yeah, go Rockies, it sounds like. You guys came to winners and you stay for the vibes. Have a fantastic Tuesday night. We'll catch you in the morning.
What you know about rolling down in the down in the now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about